Hi guys, thanks for joining me on the EDgun Lelya review. Thought we'd start with a little tabletop. I can talk about the features of the gun, the differences between the first and second generation, then take you to the workbench, show you how the gun operates, and give a little sound comparison between the EDgun Lelya and Matador 22. The EDgun Lelya is a bullpup. It weighs approximately 4.5 pounds, has a 20-inch overall length, and an 83.5cc air tube. It comes only as a single shot. As I had mentioned before, there are two generations. The first generation was offered in 177 and 22, where this generation is offered in 177, 20, 22, and 25. The other main difference that you can see from the first generation and second generation can be found here at this Picatinny rail. The first generation stopped right here at this bolt, where the second one gives about 2.5 inches past that bolt. Now this is important because the first generation, a lot of users found it very difficult to find a scope that would fit onto the gun. Given the short length of pull, it was very difficult to find a proper scope that could have eye relief for you. The other main difference, as you can see, is in the moderator. The first generation had what I would call a standard moderator with a female threaded end for adding an extra LDC. This particular one has an offset moderator that's very similar to the EDgun R3 30 caliber. The last main difference between the two, first generation and second generation, can be found in the breech end of the gun. That adjustment screw prevents blowback. First generation users complained to Ed that he were getting a lot of blowback, and if any of you have ever shot EDgun Lelya, you know that your face sits right here on the action. And you can only imagine what that feels like when this action blows back on your cheek. It can be quite painful. So this adjustment screw allows the lock that's underneath to find its proper adjustment and prevent blowback. Other than that, the gun's pretty simple. As you can see, how it operates is kind of like a 1911. You pull back the slide, place a pellet in here, close it, and now it's ready to fire. So now we've taken a look at the gun and talked about the first and second generation differences. Let's go ahead and take it to the bench and give a little sound comparison, and then out to the field for some target shooting and fun shooting. When I was looking to buy one of these, one of the main reasons why I wanted to do a review for it is I couldn't find one in English on YouTube, so I wanted to do that for you guys in case you're interested. And secondly, I didn't even really know how the gun operated. There was only a couple videos, one in German I think and a few in Russian, that talked about how the gun operates. So I thought I'd show you really quickly how it operates, kind of how it works. The slide back here kind of works like a 1911. How you cock it, you pull it back, it opens up a pellet tray. You take out your pellet. It's a single shot, obviously. Slide it in, and with a firm smack, you close the slide, and the gun is cocked and ready to go. I thought we would kind of show you what the decibel reading is right at the muzzle, and we are indoors, so kind of take that with consideration. And we'll do one more. And just kind of a comparison on the sound level, because I know that would be a concern for a lot of people, because I thought I would shoot an EDgun 22. This particular EDgun is shooting 905 feet per second, so I can give you an idea of the sound difference. And that's pretty much it. Let's go ahead and take this guy out to the field and see how it does. Okay guys, at this point we're going to shoot a shot string. Not going to bore you with the whole thing, so I'll just show you the first 5 and then the last one. First group shot at 50 yards. First two targets I'm going to use to dope my wind. I was out on a very windy day, approximately 15 to 20 mile an hour winds, and the wind was not holding in one position, so it was actually swirling towards me. So I'm going to use these first two targets to dope my wind, and the third target will be a good group. At this point I got smart, realizing that the wind was not going to stop knocking my box over, and I grabbed a stick from the bushes and put it behind the box to hold it in place. This little guy just moved 10 m away in the wind. Some final thoughts on the gun. The pros are, basically with the Lelya, is it's small, light. From the looks of it, it's obviously unique. The gun is extremely accurate and is put together in a very simple fashion. If you want to work on this gun yourself, it's very easy to do, and it's actually simpler than the Moderator. The cons, I would think, is that the shot count's a little bit low. The gun is small. It's hard to shoot. It took me probably about at least a month to learn how to shoot the gun. And it's not quite as quiet as the Moderator. Also, I think that some people may think it's a little expensive for a single shot. All in all, though, I really like the gun. I think it's extremely fun to shoot. And although it's hard to bench, it actually shoots freehand a little bit easier given the design of the stock. One other point about the stock is sometimes because of the second finger hole, it can hurt your wrist after a while of shooting it. So you do need to relax your grip and let go of the gun and kind of shake your wrist out. But other than that, I really enjoy the gun. It's super fun and very compact, and as I said before, extremely unique. So thanks for watching, guys, and hope to see you soon on the next video.